Hello there.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday morning. How is it going? Hope you're all doing well today. Hope it's been a good, positive week for you. I see Lavikings are in here. Good morning. I do thank you for letting me know about the new Castle Crashers DLC. I haven't thought about Castle Crashers in years, quite frankly. But interesting, yeah. Yeah. Just wanted to, let's get back into playing more Ace Attorney, because honestly, I've been really hyped about playing this game. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. Good morning, Dave. How you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. So you can, I just hope you're doing well. How have you guys had a good week? Mine's been good. It's been very eventful. Things are starting to ramp up for me at my work, so it's interesting there in the sense that I'm actually getting more work to do, as it were. So but it's nice. It's nice to really start digging into that stuff. But yeah, I'm just happy to see you here. And what I'll do, let me hit the game view screen. There we go. Game will pop up here. There we are. Yeah, playing some more great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're solving more crimes. Last we left off, we started a new case where a woman was stabbed but not killed in the street, and it appears to be by another Japanese student in England. The place you're seeing right now is the home of the landlord of our defendant, and we are just about to go down into our defendant's room and find Herlock Sholmes there. And apparently this section is chunky. That's why I didn't do it last stream, but I'm here to do it now. So we will get into more crime solving. Let's do this. And the Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Not sure what a Kokoro is off the top of my head, but alright. Yeah, we're in the Garudub's room. We're now going to Mr. Natsume's room. Sosuke Natsume is the man who we were helping out before. Eventful for Dave and Lavaking. Glad to see that you're in a better mental health space. I hope that trend continues for you. All right. Oh, the kitty! There's a kitty. I will die for this cat. In Mr. Natsume's room. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. Just... I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. It's been casca amontilladoed. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true. But according to what Mr. Garridub told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same. And this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. Yeah, that's how it works. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Time to pet the kitty. Oh, it's so cute! Look at this little calico baby! Oh my god, I want to pet it. I want to smish it. Where I'm saying, man, it's a good thing I added it on Steam. Now I know when you start streams. You know what you could also do? If you're on the Discord channel and you have alert active when it alerts you when Wazzy starts, it also alerts you when I start. You could do that, Worm. Believe it or not, you don't have to depend on Steam to know when I start streaming. I've been sending notifications on Wazzy's Discord for like a year now. Worm, are you new? My goodness. Yeah, really. Believe it or not. If you look in the live channel, you'll see a whole bunch of notifications for me. Lava Kings, you gotta replace your Switch. You know, that's fair. Yeah, honestly, like, having seen the Nintendo Direct yesterday, I'm now wanting a Switch 2 even more. But the only, like, one game that I want, it has a release date, Metroid Prime 4. And the other one only just got announced, which is the new Fire Emblem. Donkey Kong Bonanza I would like, but I'm not in a rush to get. And the less said about Pokemon Legends ZA, the better. Or ZA. And Wormrack noted some. It's more a matter of, to be fair, you don't know what you don't know. I'm teasing. If I'm getting to the point of if I'm getting to the point of being offensive, tell me. What happened to ZA? They're locking Mega Evolutions behind ranked competitive. They are day one DLCing, and quite frankly, it's not looking at it. The more they release for Legends ZA, the less good it sounds. Is the best way I can put it. Like I'm in no rush to pick up Legends ZA. Not even no rush whatsoever for that game. It's never going to discount. The megas that are locked behind competitive specifically are the mega evolutions for the Kalos starters. So Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut, their megas were announced, but those ones are locked behind competitive, online competitive. So if you don't have Nintendo Online, you just straight up can't get them. But yeah, Mega Dragonite you can still have. To me, that's like the most that's one of the less good designs. I actually like Mega Malamar. Wazzy does not. No, the thing is, I do care about those megas. I really like Mega Delphox. I really like Mega Greninja. They both look really nice. Anyway, back to the game. Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master's away.
Hello there.
I don't know about that. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? Also, Mega Man Star Force? I know nothing about Mega Man Star Force. Hey, Ramen, how's it going? Hope you're doing well this lovely Saturday morning. Yeah, hope you're doing good. Thank you for resubscribing for 26 whole damn months. That's ridiculous, dude. And I'm grateful. Genuinely, I'm super grateful for that. As always. But yeah. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. Please try Battle Network and Star Force. I've played Battle Network. I just haven't played as far as Star Force. Jimmy got lasagna for dinner and cried because he found out about Harurara. Yeah, that happened a couple days ago, yeah. Which is, it's sad. But, like, she was also 29. For a horse to make it to 29, that's the equivalent of a human making it to 95. That's a very long life for a horse. So, honestly, don't be sad because she's gone. Be happy because she was here she was ever here at all. Yeah. Okay. It was a tricolor Mike, wasn't it? Do they even have this sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. I don't like there's a candle sitting on top of all these books. Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty. With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. Ah, so reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Let's look at the desk. The desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books on either side. Suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Your books. They're my books now. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it, look. And the date of purchase. Ah, 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. This receipt's definitely important. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Second-hand book receipt has been entered into the court record. Yep, that's going to be handy. Actually, can I examine it? The specific books. 2 shillings send a receipt of The Picture of Monsieur Lecoq, Emile for Gaboriau, and Canterbury Yearnings. Huh. Jimmy singing Southern New Mega Evolutions for the Kalos Stars and got D&D vibes? Kind of from Chestnut. There's not a lot of ninjas in D&D. We don't have a lot of clues yet. I already looked at the books. I already looked at that. I already looked at the Maneki Neko. Guess we gotta look at the bricked window. Could you even call this a window? Classic Fighter Mage Thief. Oh, I suppose so, yeah. Rogues, yeah. Fighter Mage Thief. I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. So really, it's just a wall then, isn't it? Why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Something joke about all bricked up. Also, hey, Miss XD, how's it going? Hope you are doing well. Dave saying, Pathfinder 3.5 both have a ninja class. I mean, that's true, yeah, Pathfinder does have a ninja. Back in the day when I played Pathfinder with Wazzy, and we were both players, Wazzy had a ninja that she played. Man, I miss those days. Pathfinder was a lot of fun. Lots of math, though. It's it's way more complex than the games get now. And perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design on in a fit of whimsy. That's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. What happened in the case so far? Did we prove Japanese Joseph Joestar is innocent? No, but we found a book receipt of his. Oh, that's new. I didn't notice that before. This appears to be some sort of meter on the wall here. It looks very robust. Wonder what it's for. There's a slot for inserting coins here, too. Ah, I believe that's a gas meter, Mr. Naruhodo. A gas meter? Yes, it seems there's piped gas in this district, which consumers pay for by putting coins in the meter. So we put a coin in the slot. That'd be enough gas to use the lights and the gas fire for the whole night. So if you're too poor to have a coin, you'd have to spend the night in the dark and freezing cold. Woof. That's right. That's what a rich man who only carried crisp white notes. Ugh. London's a scary place. Also, in the summertime, you'd have more money to spare. There you are, you son of a bitch. Where were you hiding? He wasn't here before. Look at fucking Herlock. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to get my Australian accent in. Ah, there he is. Where the hell did you appear from? I mean, I'm thinking the same thing. Seeing a throne of books like he owns the place. I know, right? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, you two. G'day. G'day, mate. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Buria. Ah, yes, of course, the Buria. Now, let me see. I haven't on that voyage. It was Kazuma Sogi. He died, tragically. But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the reader of Sholmes. Oh man, I can't believe that this semi-celebrity remembered me vaguely. I'm gonna cherish this moment till the day I die. My God. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam. Hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Get with the cobwebs. Miss Naruhodo. And Mr. Susato. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. What a goober. This guy's an absolute fucking goober. In truth, I'd hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. Solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Sosuke-san in that short an amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? Wilson's the brains of the entire operation? Oh, absolutely. This guy's he's a doofus, but he's a lovable doofus. It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know. From an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. I think it's the story about Herlock and Wilson, between Herlock and Wilson. Herlock's the guy who's a good detective skills by the brain of a 10-year-old, while Wilson's a 10-year-old with a doctor's degree. Yeah. Why does his character have a punchable face? He's just a goober, is what he is. He's just a goofy goober. He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should only be too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Read this chat. Mr. Natsume's arrest. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Sosuke Natsume. seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Miss Suzuto, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Suzuto-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. What? What? How? I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime. That doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There are a number of books scattered on the pavement of the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? Oh, he's actually absolutely right. He was absolutely correct in finding the person who fled the crime scene. He did not over-deduct at all here. Prolix investigating, pray to God you weren't in the crime scene at the time. Yeah, really. I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere with the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties. That's hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Good morning, Mary Trunks. How's it going? Do not be deceived into believing that I'm a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. Yeah, let's talk about the landlord, Sholmes. Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? The defendant spent all his living budget on books. Yeah, he doesn't have a bed. He has a little pillow and he has a tattered blanket. It looks like a little stove for a little bit of tea, and that's about it. And books. Yes, Mr. Garrett, a retired military man. This is the first time I've ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution that is the services. This is the first time I ever met a maid from the Great British Institution that is service. I suppose. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing? Sorry? But simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who don't are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Where I'm asking, Rebecca is asking if I employ a maid. I do not. But I think that's because that is an outdated thing, and honestly, it's kind of been priced out of the middle class at this point. That is, you can employ a maid in Japan. That's different kind of maid, but technically correct. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. As for precisely that reason, I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired Army veteran, Mr. John Garrideb. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow's hiding something. Are you middle class? Technically. I'm not lower class. Sure as shit ain't upper. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. Who's the maid and crew? I have no idea. This room's thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsume stabbed no one. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. Oh yeah, won the maid outfit. That was Kydra, I think, who won the maid outfit, if I remember correctly. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. I see. The question of that is... The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that? Jimmy, you have a new favorite song? What's your new favorite song? What is it? Please tell me it's something that's not terrible. Oh no, I'm worried. We're back. Yeah. I'm not... No. Oh no. Surely not a tax on windows. Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. Oh, Sin Devil Trigger. Oh, okay. That's kind of neat. I never played DMC5. The only Devil May Cry I've actually played start to finish is 4. How awful. And unjust. Forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. Some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. Its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, as you should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that's of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Also makes like oh, also yeah, you had here's your birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Guess what Natsume's been eating? Whatever you can find. You sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was not your intention to become a practitioner of law? Oh, you remember that, didn't you? Or did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. And where might you figure out if it was a massive tooth pain in the right side of your mouth? Probably your tooth. If I were to hazard a guess, your tooth is what was hurting. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? Ah ha 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 ha! My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. One of your molars is cracked in half. Ooh, ugh. Time to get that motherfucker extracted. Because once it's cracked in half, there's really not a lot you can... You could theoretically save it, but you gotta go fast to save it. If it's been hurting for a while, it's a goner. Oof. Sorry to hear that. That's rough. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was my initial intention. But there's simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. See some pliers and half a bottle of whiskey? Jesus. Oh, let's see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can say quite unequivocally. man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That's all I can say. Wormack, no. Wormack, yes. Wormack, no. I agree with Miss XZ. Consult professionals. Going next week? Good. Please. Take care of yourself. Never do self-surgery. I will dispute my wife on this. Never do at-home surgery. Just don't do it. And one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? It's easily too much reading on a Saturday morning. Well, that's why I'm reading out loud for everyone. No at-home surgery, Wormack. Stop it. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garrett is... Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Oh no, he's absolutely hiding something. Was he be proud of you? Yeah, only was he. Anyway, at present, that's really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as the other investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. Nope, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret. Yeah, the maid's hiding something. Oh, you got picked up Hogwarts Legacy? Oh, fair enough. All the power to you. I will probably never play it, but that's just my personal choice. I refuse to give funds anywhere near a place that could theoretically fund any sort of anti-trans rhetoric. And this is no shitting on the developing studio. This is shitting on the IP ownership. Only surgery I do is at home is on my Switch because I ain't going to pay Nintendo service or something they're not going to fix. I agree. I am at the point where I'm actually capable of switching joysticks on Joy-Cons now. I did it for Wazzy's Switch Lite. So I'm actually capable of replacing the joysticks. I have a couple old Joy-Cons I've been meaning to get around to fixing the Joy-Con on, but it's just haven't gotten around to it. You fix consoles? Last gig I did was to repair a PS5. Nice. Very nice. This game nothing to do with anti-DEI. It's true, but it's the people who get royalties from the game that there's the problem. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. It's very fun to say that name in a fucking Australian accent. Busy man indeed. He's going back to his book in the corner of the room. Let's go, man. Congrats on being a certified technician. Well, as certified as I did it for myself once or twice can count, because I've replaced shells on controllers. At some point, I do want, and I've done one joystick replacement. I would love to fix the drift on my PS5 controller, but that one requires soldering, and I do not feel comfortable soldering. Because then I'd have 3 PS5 controllers. Because I have 2 that work perfectly fine, and I have 1 that has a little bit of drift on the left stick. That works fine otherwise. No soldering needed? I thought it did. Every guide I saw online said that the PS5 joysticks needed soldering. I'll have to relook at that. Because if I can replace it, I'm gonna. Do you have 5 PS3 controllers? No, I believe I have 3 of that as well. I think the only console I have 4 controllers for is, technically speaking, my Xbox. Specifically my Series X, because I have 1 Series X controller, and the Xbox One controllers are backwards compatible with the Series X. So I could theoretically have 4 controllers on that, and I have enough controllers to have 4 on my Switch. Because I have 2 Pro controllers and 2 sets of Joy-Cons. But 1 set of Joy-Cons has drift. And each Joy-Con technically counts as 1 controller. It's just the metal contacts of the potentiometer. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's dirty metal. That would explain it. That explains it. Yeah, if the metal's just dirty, yeah, then yeah, I need to look into that. Do something because yeah, if it's just cleaning the metal, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's very doable. All right, let's head back up to Mr. Garrett's room.
Ah, you pair again.
Lightheads, are you going to take a nap? Absolutely, go take a nap, Worm. Glad to see you. Thank you for stopping by for as long as you did, and I'm happy that you're lurking. Jimmy, oh, you got a shiny Raikou? Oh, lucky. That's lucky. Be clean, careful clean. No Q-tips, use tweezers. Yeah, because you don't want any little bits of the cotton getting stuck in there.
Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Aztec forgetting how early I stream. Yeah, I'm a morning guy. I'm an early guy. Maritrunk saying I heard Amanda quit too. Oh dang! I was not aware of that. I heard about a couple other things, but I didn't hear that Amanda did. Okay, interesting to know. Jimmy, unfortunately, Entei and Suicune don't want to join me. I have an Entei and Suicune, neither of which are shiny, but Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. If you're doing controls, I suggest plastic tweezers or something that doesn't conduct magnetically. Yeah, I need to get a pair of... I have a pair of, I think, ceramic-coated ones. But I need to double check that. I tend to stay up late sometimes, but I've had to wake up early to take some medication. Ah, fair enough. No, I'm up early all the time. I'm just a morning guy.
Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what I... For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing?
I should be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind.
Manager went 3-month leave due to stress exhaustion, apparently. Yeah, it's a good chunk of hearsay. I'd have to double check that, but fair enough. You get bad throat infections from time to time. Oh, geez, then I hope you recover quickly, Aztec. That's no fun. That's far from fun. Brett's ever shiny legendary and Pokemon Nerf fans are mad because I only use Pokemon Sleep. Dang. Hey, Robin, I'm a graveyard worker. This is my evening. Yeah. This is your after work chill time. It's gonna be like the butler did, but with a maid? Possibly. Oh yes, of course. We're deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett is hiding something. Since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Well, I'll take a look at this tea set. I really can't unsee the moon, like I said. Yeah, I don't think... that's definitely very clearly an intentional design. Someone got interested in the Abbey, so she's got something other than Lucifer to watch. Oh, good for her. Oh, look. What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Lined up? Looks more like someone's half demolished them to me. Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It's quite the English way. It's Miss Garrett's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. But naturally, you would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garter doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you should have to tidy up. How magnanimous of you. Alright, Herlock, what are you doing up here? What's he doing over there? Clears his pants in a hole for how much hot tea is poured over. But, Mr. Sholmes? Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows.
Good gracious, when did you sneak in here?
Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Wait, Moon, where's the sun so I can make a Five Nights at Freddy's show? You don't have to do that, Jimmy. It's okay. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. It's sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is. It lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here.
Humph, well.
Keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is a prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. One other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? So I managed to drive yourself? Well, I'd like to not substantiate any sort of rumors like that, Mirror Trunks. And also not think less of people who need to medicate for any reason. Speaking as someone who does take daily medication, like that, I will neither assume nor deride on that subject. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need. I have a certain great detective's great mind. Imagine you're enjoying tea until you see a guy dressed as a detective face planted on your window inside the house. That's fucking terrifying. Wait, he's not talking about... Is he... I didn't expect him to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. Man, I just remembered, did you see the Supernatural Detective Agency animations I told you about? I forgot to. Shit, I'm sorry, Aztec. I completely forgot to take a look at those. I do need to take a look at them, though. You're absolutely right. I remember you talking about those. I remember my voice is inspiring you. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo. I think so. It's deduction time. It's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Let's do it, my fake Australian, definitely British man. Mr. Garrideb. Though it would seem you're a military man of considerably distinguished service. Your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements.
I beg your pardon?
The first is that even as we speak, you're concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care.
Eh?
And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Oh,
Mr. Naruhodo, look. The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. It's all good, so we find the man shaming. I hope I will. I imagine I will. Start a watering game with Sholmes shenanigans. My giant bottle of water's not going to be enough for one case. Oh no, it never will be. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on.
How could you possibly?
How could I possibly know you mean to inquire? Enquire. Not inquire, enquire. The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts.
Ugh!
And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Yeah, I actually have fun with these. Let's be honest. The king will be Wilson while you're the queen. Yeah, really. Actually, no, the queen... If we're going to talk about, like, lions, the men are just kind of there to look ferocious. The women are the ones who do all the work. So if anything, he could be the king of the lions. Because the king of the lions doesn't really do shit. It's the women who do all the hunting and the fucking taking care of the kids and all that. So no. Iris can continue to be the queen. Yeah, male lions just fight each other. That's all they're around for. They're around to fight, and they're around to, like, essentially help make kids. They don't do a lot of and protect their pride. That's it. They're a figurehead. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we're faced with the question: what form might this beast take? As he looks directly at Joan. Ah, for a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid.
Aye.
Your furtive glance, Mr. Gardev, leads us directly to the answer. True nature of the beast that has run rampant here is really revealed by the lion statue. No, it's not. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. Fact that's fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts.
What is this piffle, I ask you?
We're gonna beat up the old fossil? We're not gonna beat him up, but we're gonna logic and reasoning him. Sholmes is gonna set us up, and we're gonna do all the work afterwards. In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house.
What?
Yeah, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Chris, the shells inside the fireplace are live rounds. I hope they're not. Screw logic, fist determined justice, but he's kind of old in English. I don't want to dirty my hands with bigotry. Yeah, he's old-timey. He's old-timey English. He's definitely at least a little racist. Just by nature and era. Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is. Your dress pocket gives us handsome clues to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Hey. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrideb. At Batty's Circus. A travelling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I've observed the tents. Prolix, since when did you become chivalrous? I don't think you did. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And its simple visit to the circus now revealed the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. That is objectively incorrect. A rampaging Asiatic lion. Now, Mr. Garrideb. It's plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the stress that this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. Equal opportunity for all. Yeah, these hands are rated E for everyone. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Nonsense, man. I simply...
But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. As they both look that way. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it's this pile of bills that's given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Yeah. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on your financial circumstances of your household. Definitely more interesting because you've got the accent going. Oh yeah, I've got the fire going. I'm good. I think if I in the fireplace, you'd burn slow because of the asbestos. Asbestos was more of a mid to late 20th century thing, I think. Because this is like early 20th century, like 1900s. I don't know. I don't know enough about asbestos history to be able to confirm or deny that would be the case. And so you had no choice but to let it go.
Yes, well,
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable.
The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. They're expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid you has inadvertently revealed the truth to me.
Hold them out the window till it tells us what we want to hear.
That would work too. Your wandering eyes settled upon the answer very nearly indeed. Yes, explain the dire state of the carpet. You only look at the Tower of Cakes.
What?
There's no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an insatiated appetite. Was it not once said by a certain nobleman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Bringing in Marie Antoinette. Bringing in the French into this. Speaking of Gregson, can we blame Gregson for causing the potato famine because he ate all the wedges? No, his wedges and his fish are infinite. He's like Jesus out here. Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Kind of want to make a meme of that now.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I will never stop your memeing. This concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle.
What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Girdib. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. Stands to reason that your cup runneth over.
Hey Prolix, tell us about
Indeed,
Kingdom
my
Hearts.
revelations can make people spill tears at times, too.
Yeah, tears of stress.
Alright. Minor breaks that Lava King can have his nostalgia time redeem. Thank you for redeeming that.
I will talk about Kingdom Hearts, the original.
Honestly, yeah, the game that started one of the most excessively convoluted stories in modern gaming history.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
I have very much love for the original Kingdom Hearts. It's a ton of fun. The worlds are great. The combat is, I wouldn't say tight, but it's good. Kingdom Hearts 2 really, like, added more to it, but they also added a lot of QuickTime event bullshit, whereas Kingdom Hearts 1 didn't have as much, as far as I remember, didn't have much of the QuickTime event bullshit. And also, it brought us the good Atlantica, not Finny Fun bullshit. Like truly and genuinely, I know. Yeah, other times we call Kingdom Hearts. Other times we call Kingdom Hearts insane fanfiction. Absolutely, the story is fucking bonkers. But no, the original Kingdom Hearts was a ton of fun. I remember the first time I played it, I had borrowed a copy from a friend, and he had the original release of Kingdom Hearts, which was PS2 with the foiled cover, and it was a very, very fun game. I had a blast playing the game. I think I own a copy now. I own a copy, or technically Wazzy owns a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1. We also own 2 and the 1 and 2 HD remix. I never did finish Birth by Sleep, but that's for another time. Kingdom Hearts, honestly, very, very fun game. I have much love for that game, for that world. The combat's good. The story's good. Graphics at the time were fantastic. They were exactly what they needed to be. Justice for Tarzan? Oh yeah, Tarzan's level in Kingdom Hearts 1 was very, very fun too. And honestly, Monstro was a lot of fun. I hated it at first, but it was much better. And Hollow Bastion was, justifiably tough. It was a well-done, tough dungeon. Yeah, all in all, good game. Really enjoyed it. Also, thank you for the Hydrate Roman. I already have, but I forgot to say thank you before. I'll do it now. I forget Woody cooking roast and Xehanort. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was wild. I'd almost argue that 3 was like the weakest of the trilogy so far. And it's just because it felt like there was less worlds. It felt like there was less game to play there. And the fact that the only return world we got was Olympus. And I feel like we should have had more worlds and more return worlds. Mind you, I never did play the DLC for it. Yeah. Frozen World, that sucked. Especially because there's the entire 3-minute section, which was literally just let it go from the movie plugged into the game. Like, they might as well just straight taken the movie clip and taken it out. Which is why, like, during that portion of the game, you actually have to, like, I don't think, yeah, streaming that game is tough at that part. Alright, back into this. Ew. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but can I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it? Again. Remember, Nomura needs to ask Disney what he can do with each Israel. Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, he's only allowed to go so far with each world. Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? Indeed. It's the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth also often lies beyond the realms of common sense. Wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? Can't go well, definitely forced to use do Frozen. Also, he was definitely forced to use more Disney and less Final Fantasy as the games went on. But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, sure Mr. Garrett maid would have been hurt. Or worse. Ah, that's where you're stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. They said that they sold the lion to the circus. What about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Yeah, I've not heard of a lion that drinks tea either. Ah, my dear Miss Susato, goes to me with some regularity. That irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, and refused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. I don't know if I ever end up in the British Isles. I'll end up having at least one afternoon tea. Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. Slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. He's having a crisis of faith in the truth, in truth, justice, and the Japanese or Great British way. Let us start again from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes is logic and reasoning spectacular. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Let's do this. Don't think it's a line. Certainly shouldn't take a great detective to say that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we're faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Aye. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has on Ramada is revealed by that lion statue. No, it hasn't. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garrett's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? I must follow Mr. Garrett's gaze. At least it's a true answer. It's gotta be the mortar shells.
Take that!
It's not. Try to name the beast that tore this room apart is these shells. with their butterwood milled accomplice, the cannon. But war's good for nothing. It brings only destruction. Something we must all strive to understand. That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. I found myself wanting to have never heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Oh, sorry. I'll try again. Well, what we do know with some certainty is that destructive creature's been at work in this room. And Mr. Garrett had inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. Yes, if we investigate thoroughly enough, we ought to find the answer. What did Mr. Garrett have turned to look at? It's here somewhere. We simply need to find it. Oh, behind it.
Take that!
What do you mean, no? Behind the line statue on the mouthpiece, almost deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. If you had to examine it in detail, it's sure that holds the answer. Oh, I should probably examine it first. It's employing an extremely advanced detection technique called jumping to conclusions, you see. That detection's wanting every way. Wanting. Yep. Okay. I'm fucking it up here. I forgot that I can examine things. Examine it first. What's this photograph? Appears to be from Mr. Garrett's wedding. Looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but he can't make out his bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. Wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there. I'm gonna save. It won't let me save. And yep, I've already done a looking here. Let's take a look. This must have been when Mr. Garrett was still in the army. Seems to be carrying his rather stout bride effortlessly and beaming a smile at the same time. I suppose he was very strong in his younger years. Hard to imagine now. He's as thin as a rake. The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all. But no amount of cracks could hide the woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not something you want to upset, that's for sure. Oh look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. Except some sort of embellished sunflower. I'm gonna say...
Take that!
That's it. Revealed by that newlywed bride. The true nature of the beast that's run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Especially not my lion one. Yes, this frame print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrett. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, Indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be stretching a point. Matt, that's what I was dealing with yesterday. Your newlywed bride? Are you sure? Jimmy? Oh, guess what I was dealing with yesterday. Sorry, headphones on my microphone. My headphones is being wonky. Oh, you're also using speech to text. That explains things. I don't know what to guess. I'm gonna guess, were you dealing with your newlywed bride? There's my guess. The beast that savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garrett. Gurgh! The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Really? Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is. Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to base's current whereabouts. It doesn't. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh, dear. Anyway, Mrs. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mrs. Garrett anywhere. It seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid's trying to hide. Wonder where Mr. Garrett's wife could be. What's in the pocket? Can we find out? Certainly does appear to be a circus handbill poking out from her pocket. Patty's Circus, currently performing shows in a park not far from here. You don't think? Sure, Mr. Garrett didn't sell his wife to the circus. Mr. Naruhodo, how could you even think such a thing? I was only joking. Respiratory infection. I don't even have a girlfriend. Well, yeah, okay, well that's rough to deal with an upper respiratory infection. Maybe once you get better at that, maybe you can get a girlfriend. But although love comes to everyone in their own time, and sometimes it'll show in mysterious ways, and sometimes love, and that's one of the things. As long as you love yourself, that's the most important thing. So if you love yourself and get that upper respiratory infection, that's all. Get that healed up. That's what matters in the long run. Besides, how come do you think he fed her to his pet lion? That's somehow worse. She's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, the sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. It's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means surely a wedding ring. Looks like it's there for life, too. Can't imagine it was off a finger that size. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say. Do you know Mr. Garrett's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? It's a very large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it? Clearly.
Take that!
The wedding ring tells us where it is. You are the wife. You married your maid. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to Beast's current whereabouts. Eh. Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it's identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you're an ordinary household maid. No. You're Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself. In my word. Haha! We found her. If you got those yee ass haircut where I got to get a girl to play Pokemon with. Yeah, well, if you have a shitty haircut, you can. Yeah, haircut would probably help. I'm actually due for a haircut soon. I'll probably get it done just before Extra Life, most likely.
Well, jolly fine detective, sir. As you're rather surprised, this is the wife, yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a bally good quarterback.
It appears that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you're a retired army man, yet you're in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct?
So right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ.
Yes, here in London, one's rather judged. Household cannot be considered worthy of society if employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly. You mean Mr. Garrett has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrett?
Only in company, obviously. But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please.
Well, I don't plan on telling anyone. The raging wife of Mr. Garrett. So So I get a haircut. Let me get gray hair to be fairly longer. Longer hair suits me better than short hair. You know what? That's fair. I used to have a lot longer hair too. Way back, like back when I was a teenager. Secret year later, it's on the front news of the newspaper. Now, Mr. Garrideb. It's plain and clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Yeah, he loves his wife. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the stress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Jones quite something. Still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm seems to be propping up his head. There's some other significance then. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What can the pose does this really signify? Oh my, look at that bright red mark. Gosh, that's quite something. And clearly made by somebody's hand. Yes, Mr. Garrideb has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard. I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing? Well, there's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Take that!
Yep, it's a slap face. I think a lot of me works better for leaning into my indigenous roots. That's also very fair. Very, very, very reasonable. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the delivery of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madam Joan Garrideb? Yes. You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Ugh, that's true. We've only ever seen him from this side. He's been very good at not showing us his face. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep the other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why are you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it's this pile of bills that's given rise to the pain you suffer. It's not. Did Mr. Shump say that the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which should only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrideb's wife. Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. What's hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Was the bills? Let's take a look at this bookmark. Oh! This bookmark. She didn't know that Adam Sandler voices Dracula in Hotel Transylvania. Maybe? Oh, your sister didn't know that. He was like the main billed person in that film. How did she not know? Oh, that's wild. What a choice. Oh, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrideb's clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look next to the signature here. Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Susato-san. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then. Yep, the love note is the problem.
Take that!
That would absolutely cause a wife to slap her husband. Yes, it's this love note that's given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. It's way more fun. I read it in a perfectly normal voice. Then fucking Australia. Oh, the contrast. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. Slaps him again. Yark!
But I don't know the ballet woman.
You don't know her?
That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there.
It was just in there, you say?
That's right, that's what I've been saying. Ha!
A likely story.
Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place, and the note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, using the previous note as a pre-bookmark. That's right, that's what I've been saying. Arg!
A likely story.
For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is John. Arg!
A likely story.
Are you questioning my name now?
And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite.
Ugh.
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermatch, which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could it cause such a destructive outburst? Look at her stare. This time, madam, I'm afraid it's you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eyes settle upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet. You don't look at the tower of cakes.
Are you sure?
But surely Mrs. Garrett didn't eat the carpet.
No, of course not.
There doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction that we need to fix. You need only to follow Mr. Garrett's gaze, and that will, or Mrs. Garrett's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes. Yeah, let's check the carpet. The carpet has been ripped to shreds. Yes, according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, its hairs match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Oh, look here. What is it? Look closely at the edge. You can see scorch marks. Oh, yes, so you can. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in a normal sense at all. Let's rethink this with that in mind. Candlestick. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. Looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that'd be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? And then, will you let me look at the candle that's on the floor? I found the third candle. Let's try the candlestick.
Take that!
Yes, I was right. Haha.
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, you only take a look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow. And of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away.
Scorch marks?
Oh, I got a good pull in TCG Pocket. I actually uninstalled the game. I'll be real. Hadn't touched it for ages. I'm just like, yeah, no, I need to stop. I just need to uninstall it, get some space back on my phone. It would appear that this room is the scene of a little marital altercation. Oh, Gold Mantike. Well done, Jimmy. Yeah. Mrs. Garrett's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. Force of a strike caused a candle to fall from the altar. And in seconds, the carpet was alight and the little corner of the room was in flames.
Yes,
Strong wife. For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. In this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So see, but there's one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire.
Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you.
Oh, okay, that's lovely. That's a very strong wife. Carry husband everywhere. Deduction complete. Elementary. Elements were involved, after all.
It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there.
And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material. First, your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt
Here we go again. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor?
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing.
Like in the forbidden section? Possibly.
I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames.
You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you.
Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being.
Over here, Mr. Garrett? We have nothing more to... Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Oh, that's not a small fire.
Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke.
Gosh.
Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite. Book called The Lion's Pride.
The Lion's Pride. Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again.
I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder.
I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think.
So exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside of my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. A dashed thing.
Oh, really? Yeah, so yeah, they were absolutely preoccupied. They would not have seen the incident. And they have an alibi because their house is on fire. Mr. Sholmes. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? Naruhodo? Blah, blah, blah. What can I do for you? I think we got to the bottom of Mr. Gerard's situation now. What does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I won't do that, although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something. I could not be sure whether his secret could prove to be relevant or not. Sorry, I was just checking the camera. I saw Wazzy return. I'm like, I'm very sure I didn't lock the door. So I need to be... certain of that. Please tell me I didn't lock the door again. I'll be right back. Put you all on intermission for 2 seconds just to make sure I didn't lock the door.
It's time for Disney afternoon. We got cartoons. Oh man, I'm drinking the 7-Up. Oh, where's the little 7-Up guys? Hey, you wanna play with these Cracker Jacks? Yeah, I love Cracker Jacks. You fucking freaking dance. Get back in the 7-Up cup before it finds us. Oh no. Now I'm taking my shot. Thanks, 7-Up. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I'm a much better player. Oh, I broke your fucking TV, you bitch. That's the 7-Up way. Property destruction. Oh, fuck yeah. You can now get a new game called Spot the 7-Up by Nintendo Systems. Hey, it's me, Tony. I got some pizza. You want some pizza? Pizza. Everybody loves pizza. We love pizza. Everybody loves pizza. Pizza. Everybody take a piece of pizza. It's a board game instead of an actual pizza. Switch. Now I've got pepperonis. Ah, pizza game. Everybody loves you. Pizza board game. Pizza Party, the board game. Copyright 1987. Jesus fuck. Oh, here I go into the dungeon to get some Count Chocula. Oh, don't look in the basement. There's nothing but Count Chocula down here. I might have a bit of an addiction. However, Frankenberries. Don't look in the cupboard. I put too many Frankenberries in there. Oh, we love Halloween-themed cereal. It's part of a nutritious, balanced breakfast. Oh, their eyes wiggle. Whoa, that was crazy, don't you think? Yeah, for sure. Frankenberry, it'll kill you. Ha, 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 ha. Whoa,
Hey,
is that totally red skateboarders? Who are these cool motherfuckers?
Turns out
These
I
are the
did not
coolest
lock
dudes
the
on the
door,
planet.
Wazzy
Let
just
me get a look
went
at
into the basement and I didn't
this
hear
looks
her
like
come
a
in.
Lamoid place. Good
So I
thing we're too
panicked.
cool for school with our fucking frog roll-ups.
Okay, we're good. We're good. The door was not locked. I am an idiot. I'm an idiot in the opposite direction this time. It's all good. Alright. I just need to drink some water because, whew. I just knew you were going to say that. Ha ha ha! Now, Mr. Naruto, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only 2 categories. Those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. There's a far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours of the prison will soon be over. Oh no, is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrideb. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Sosuke-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer. Before I leave. What a miserable sight. Oh dear, but at least the whole room wasn't engulfed in flames.
Humph, I suppose so. But my whole collection went up in smoke, you know. All those novels I adored so much.
Well, John, whose fault is that?
Not mine, that's for sure.
Well, whoever may or may not be to blame, I'm quite sure you could buy some new old books to replace them, can't you?
Huh, new old books. Bally nonsense.
Does sound like a contradiction in terms. But then these two are full of contradictions. That's couples for you, Mr. Naruhodo. Or so I've been led to believe. You can look at the window now. This window looks out over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked. Oh, yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? Can't see very clearly. Is this thing open at all, I wonder? I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Sorry? As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you. Seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident then. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna get out of this. I think only way forward is. Yep, let's go talk to Sosuke. To Sosuke Natsume. Oh, never mind, I get stopped in the street. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a car. Oh. What's the matter? Looks like something's going on over there in front of the Gyarados house. Huh? Who the fuck is this? I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Yeah, he gets that. That's the voice.
Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking niminy-piminy?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about?
Is that King George? No, that was like the 1800s. We're in the 1900s now. Excuse me.
What the? Who are you now?
I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. My associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
A lawyer? What?
If I can be any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I've studied English law.
Fine. I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet.
What's with the pose? Get thee to a nunnery.
Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you?
The Shakespearean fop. Oh god, his face. It's such a fucking. His fucking grin just. Hey. I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but... Are you a lodger here, in the Gyarados residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Gyarados mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Oh yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle words ne'er there could be. Sorry, battle, did you say? Who's the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least. So, fair maiden, so good gentleman. I could tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. I don't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Sosuke-san and that man as lodgers, the Gyarados house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly waiting our return. So we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Time for him to have his action voice. Because he's very animated.
Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched.
We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Think nothing of it. Relax.
If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nipponese. Oh no, let's not get carried away. I would quite agree. There's nothing more than reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Oh, it is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. It's you. The miserable, rotten spy. Herlock Sholmes, or Hairlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Man in the back just shaking his 2-liter of fucking Coca-Cola. Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home, see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it's a superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day's been a delight and cost me not a penny. Ah, you! How dare you, Hairlock Sholmes! Hairlock challenges you. He has to pose off. Soski. Ugh. I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is be damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? His lodgings were cursed, I mean. There's much truth. And there's much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. The men's lodgings. And indeed, for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Well, a cursed trial, I know why. Because of Baron Van Zieks. Mr. Nasumi, what do you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why? Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That's really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow. Are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no! What do you mean? Please, tell me. Summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Okay, let's count this together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, exactly 16 words. We did it. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Yeah, I can count. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGill did. What? Ah, I'm impressed, Miss Susato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes. Surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zieks killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Yeah, let's talk about the Reaper. Van Zieks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception.
Ah, that's good. Toski-san looks like he's gonna cry tears of joy. Look at his little cryful eyes. As you're no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there's both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, while the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It's an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals, and corrupt lawyers for that matter, can use it to their advantage. Finding means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. For such underhand means, those who would want a fair are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly is from time to time, my dear madam. It's simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zleeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the education may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It's most striking. Disappear? But how? By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they trample into a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they're suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. Ha! I knew it. I'm dead, dodo, done for, doomed! Well, let's talk about your cursed lodgings, the thing I'm actually most interested about. When you said a cursed lodgings before, you're referring to your room at Mr. Garrett's house, I assume. Do you mean to say that you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why'd you choose there? Seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed. Oops." He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place." I mean, he's right. Yeah, well, very well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed, then? Ever since I moved into the windowless hellhole. My sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I wake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really, no one at all? Not even you, a lawyer in front of me who could defend me easily? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. To believe. Yes, to believe. It's all about believe. You gotta believe. Mr. Sholmes? Me, Mr. Naruto? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Borea, if you recall. The Borea. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe me? I see, yes. You mean... Because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room? Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. Yeah, these guys are... yeah, watching JoJo and Mr. Crocker. Yeah, he poses like a madman. Hence why I'm giving him like an action voice. I think perhaps you've misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, knowing that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. I mean, what a communa aspect. But I believe in the things that I believe in. What do you mean, Mr. Jones? I make up my own mind about what's be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. Circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. Ha ha! In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment. Nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning? Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It's a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Whether or not I can believe myself. Believe in the me that believes in you. Cosmo's gone. He's no longer here. But he's here in my heart. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. Huh. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Even he said it. It's the believe in the me that believes in you. You're so right, Kazuma. You're so real, Kazuma. Well, my dear fellows, it's time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There's a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Huh. Oh dear. There's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Huh? Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey. Not a turnabout journey, just a roundabout. But I got there in the end. Miss Susato, yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. So maybe the Disney technically has two WWE legends as voice actors? Wait. Which two? Let's try to think. I mean, The Rock, obviously. But, like, don't know who the second one is. Because I'm trying to think, is like... Stone Cold's never voice acted. That's the first one that comes to mind. Taker hasn't. Kane hasn't. Cena... Was Ferdinand a Disney movie? You know what? I don't even remember. Rock is Maui and John Cena's Ferdinand, yeah. Oh, because Disney owns the rights to Blue Sky. Because, yeah, Blue Sky Studios was Ferdinand. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. Yeah! We're going to make a law firm. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. It's time to stop looking backwards. Cosmo believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Sosuke-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him, to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. We're in to be continued. We're... Well, probably. There it is. Took me a second. And I have enough time to start the case. So I will absolutely start the case with everyone. Let's begin the trial. When trial part 1 tells me that there's multiple parts of the trial, so there's going to be at least 2 parts. Okay. On the 20th of February, 9:23 a.m., the Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Well, I never expected this. Who would have thought we'd be back here again so soon? We're on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. Yeah. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass. Well, when you put it like that, you're quite right. Good morning. Hey, Mr. Natsume. Good morning. Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. I've done that so many goddamn times. That you want to wake up early, but you're so focused on waking up early that you just don't sleep. And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally? Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. And then as you start trembling. Really? So you feel tremors in the floor. I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Yes? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Do you know why that might be, Mr. Zato? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea. So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it? Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Lord Van Zeeks? Is that right, Mr. Suzato? I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one. I knew it! Sometime after the prosecutors dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeeks' return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. Trial of Magnus McGilded. Ugh, what a harrowing experience that was. I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's. But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country. Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon, for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they're all speculating various answers. Mundane! Mundane! It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us. Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it. Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago. Yes, I agree. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, it's you! Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper! Please, I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers. I'm afraid there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck. Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive. Well, let's not forget. That was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Huh! Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills, or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight in your corner until the bitter end, and I'll believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant, Miss Mikotoba Esquire-S. What? I am in your debt, forever. I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I live. Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court session is about to begin. Please kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. Alright then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go. Yes! Yes! Brr, 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 brr. This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. In a week. My second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. "10 a.m. sharp. We're in the Old Bailey courtroom. Let's do this, guys." Is that... Yeah. "In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed." Yeah, they changed up the jurors. Which makes sense, they wouldn't have the same jurors all the time. "The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord." "The defense is ready, my lord." "The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed." Sorry, what? "Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you're a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur." Do you have a point? "Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance." Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. Suzato-san. After all, at a previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Getting drunk already? Or are you gonna smash it? Very true. The most fascinating, if dark, trial it was, too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate violent end. Ugh! Oh, Jimmy saying yesterday's Nintendo Direct had me more mad what the fuck than excited. All I'm gonna say is the Virtual Boy re-release. Yeah, the Virtual Boy re-release is such a... I hope it fails as bad as the original Virtual Boy does. Frankly, it's so stupid. And yeah, the only 2 games I was stoked to see anything about were Metroid Prime 4. I was happy to see Hades 2 getting a release date. But I knew it was going to get one before the end of the year. And between that and Fire Emblem, those are the only 2 things that really had my attention fully and thoroughly. Everything else was like, oh, okay. One of the reasons why Virtual Boy failed is a major cause of headaches. So, yeah, it's one of those, like, could they even theoretically make it better? I don't think so. I genuinely... A Mario Galaxy movie looks promising, that's true. I will go see Mario Galaxy movie. But game-wise, there's only 2 games I really cared about.
Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
The Bankman! Bruce Fairplay is here.
You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
So Bruce Fairplay is in the jury.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear. Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. I'm afraid to say, I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed.
Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Eh? Sorry? Didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, we have a biased juror there already. Yeah, we want a nostalgic experience of Virtual Warrior route. It's more likely to fail than it did back in the 80s. It really is.
Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zeeks.
Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Sosuke Natsume. While our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, this student is accused of a most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who is doing nothing but walking down the street.
A knife crime? I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are.
Just look at that sallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese.
Oh, we have someone who's racist.
Here, come on in. Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Eh? Sorry? Didn't quite catch that.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice here in this great chamber. Yeah, stop fucking throwing shit around. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please.
Oh, hey, Gregson. Your name and occupation, please.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Tobias Gregson. It's Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector?
The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green.
Aw, she's cute.
Well, Olive. I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be?
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose. I see. But her life is not in danger.
Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon. Happened on the pavement, running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's going to be treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far.
Thank you, Inspector. Of course, the court will inspect the documents as evidence, if you please.
Case file's been entered into the court record. What of the weapon that was used?
I'm going to quickly take a look at this.
Is there anything to note? Female stout build, early 20s. Found there. Reporting officer Rolly Beat. He's going to be someone to talk to. Victim remains unconscious. Her name is gleaned from personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from a single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injuries were observed. And the assailant was seen run away by the reporting officer and successfully arrested the following day. Let's talk about the knife. Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back. It was a folding knife. Ouch, that big thing's starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman. Even the scraggy-looking Sosuke-san, I suppose. A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts this blade as evidence. Jackknife's been entered in the court record. Alright. Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? Before we do anything, I want to examine this knife. The tip is missing. Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing. You're right. Well spotted, Miss Susato. I wonder what could have happened to it. Yes, you don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear, I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful. Yeah, so the knife, the blade tip is missing. So it's either in the victim or it's a blunt knife. Which, that would hurt way more to be stabbed by, quite frankly. What are your valuables, I presume? From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it looks like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she'd have anything much worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, we're looking at some deep-seated resentment toward the victim. I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes!
If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way. Why? Why did you walk an entire bottle of wine? Pray I forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. You just threw in a wine bottle at a bunch of randos. Why? Why would you do this? But your words have soured its hallowed bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Yes, sir. Alright, first testimony, let's hear it. As he eats his singular fish in mini chip. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he'd just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him. Old books, you say? Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident. Jesus. Oh yes, I can clearly see the books to which you're referring. I'll take that photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector. Crime scene photograph been entered into the court record. You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Wow. Let's see if there's anything to hint at anything in here. Doesn't look like it. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well, forgive me, Lord Van Zieks, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it. What are you doing, Miss Susato? Do go on. Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what all had happened. Or what had all happened. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
A green overcoat.
Well, that's exactly what the woman in that print is wearing. Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next? The defendant has done nothing more than admit that he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there's nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes. Ugh.
It seems this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Please, proceed, please. Read that backwards. Oopsie-daisy.
Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. That's our only chance. Alright. So it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred. There's unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, but there's no one else but the victim and the cursed.
Hold it!
Light fog, you say? Well, light for London.
Or light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though.
That's light, is it?
Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course.
I've read that London is famous for its fog, but in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance.
Cheh, how quaint. Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize I expect you can appreciate.
I see.
This time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm.
Indeed. The other day I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling. Susato-san and I should remember to stop and look and listen then. However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused. Visibility was reasonably good. Let's see how that is. How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my learned friend, because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us. Ah yes, Inspector Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he? That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That's correct, ma'am.
And we must hear their testimony. Prosecution will of course call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen. I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated at night by gas streetlights. Ah! The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime.
Quite. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness.
Seems you really need to hear those witness statements. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with testimony, Inspector. And the next line, out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement.
Hold it!
Press everything. From behind, you say?
That's right, as you can see from this print.
Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is very clearly protruding from the victim's back.
You say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in a critical condition? Comatose, no less?
I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's being treated at Bart's. I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be.
Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events.
Luck is on your client's side, it seems. On the contrary, my client's been exceedingly unlucky. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid. James, you gotta go. Father uses dry shot fix. I'm the only one who fits under the car. Well, have fun with that. And be careful. Be very careful, Jimmy. He's ran off, scattered his belongings all over the floor. Mr. Natsume's belongings? I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the crime scene. Yes, the 3 books on the floor. That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling on the snow, of course. The accused could have easily carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example. He's very clever, isn't he? What do you mean? It's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there. You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back? It must be what happened, my lord, yes. Must be a number of old books you just bought.
Hold it!
Let's press that. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. Shop full of old English literature. I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of scholarly attention. Those rooms stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector? Well, if I must, I ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Yeah, update the map, please. Closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodgings is this place here, Bourbon Books. Little place on the corner of Briar Road and Meerschaum Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this. Local maps information has been updated in the court record. Excellent, that's exactly what I needed. Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop. Mr. Naruto, I need a check. He didn't go to that bookshop. He went to your books. Mr. Naruto, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance. It is. Yes, I agree. Most important point that the inspector just made being the bookshop's name. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What? Will you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe. Ah, well, you know. I mean, yes. It could be a very important clue. Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say. Could the man be any more sardonic? Yeah, really. He's on his way home from Bourbon Books, second-hand bookshop. No, he wasn't.
Objection!
I have an objection to your statement. If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books. And you found that in the accused's rooms, did you? Accused's... Blech. Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Go on. Still threatening the old man and the maid. Oh no, we finished that. We wrapped that up a while ago. The receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books? Y-O-R-E, I presume. Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. Eh? What? Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
But in fact, that is the bookshop in which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it.
Objection!
Yes, for what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. I disagree. I mean, after all, I have the street map here if that might be of help. Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. The defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books. Then yes, he would almost certainly pass the place where Mrs. Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't pass that location at all. Could that be true? My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility. Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment? Well, obviously we looked into that. Turns out that Your Books is just here on the next corner of Meerschaum Street, going east. So yeah, so it very well could be that he went along Calabash Road. And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh. My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms. To your future career in the circus. You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you. Yeah, give him a scissor to take down. Didn't think I need to spill it out, but here we go. If the accused is coming home for Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he still will have passed the place where the victim was stabbed. Yes, thank you, Inspector. Ugh. Allow me to reiterate from my learned, if somewhat slow, Nipponese friend. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Ah! Except it can. As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try. What did I say, eh? I had enough of this show. Beg your pardon? Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that? Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up. What do you mean? The prosecution's assertion is correct, and the members of this jury may well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty. Ah, she's absolutely right. We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. Kimsowski-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from Your Books, but... no, there's other paths home. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from Your Books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked. Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way round. Ah. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home? Well, answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. Hey, Bits, how's it going? Yeah, it is less than a month of Extra Life. It is not far away, quite honestly. We are getting very, very close to raising to our big Extra Life extravaganzas. We're getting close. We have our final planning meeting. We're getting everything in place at the end of next week, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm really stoked for it. I know a whole bunch of other people are too. Excited for everyone to see what we're gonna do. In other words, The accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings, and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime. Just a moment. There's a bit of a frog in my throat. Blech.
Objection.
But, aha, yes, they've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. Says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I don't believe this. Like, I clearly have 4 progress here. I thank you, my learned friend. I suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Right, what say you, insightful jurors? But even if that is the case, the defense still... Hold it. I agree with Lord Van Zeeks. Wholeheartedly and in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean... We members of the jury are completely convinced now. God damn it, already? Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Jesus. It would appear the jury's leaning is unanimous. Yeah, didn't we accuse jurors 1 and 3 from Gilded? No, just 1. 3 is a different guy this time. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve to serve Queen and country admirably. Mr. Naruhodo? No, not yet. This isn't over yet. So I have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. Those are the eyes of quarry not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written into antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses. The juror 3 looks so familiar. It might be the same guy, just he got a better hat. But he's a hat maker, and I feel like he'd make his own hats. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his onkus refusal to throw in his alley. Very well, then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you'll each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Alright, what are your contentions? For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted himself, didn't he? If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his very eyes, well, it can only have been the victim. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I got work to be doing. Your books, yes. Nice shop, that. But bourbon books? Huh. No, not worth a visit. With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When this stabbing occurred, the only 2 people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already. Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now. Why do you have to run away like that? How are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How could I possibly make a case for the defense? Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If you want to force the trial to continue... Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least. Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord. I just need to keep this trial going somehow. Whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke, you can do it. Yeah, I believe in me. Gotta believe in myself.
He's got a sword!
Hold it!
Yeah, gotta do some pressing. Excuse me, but... Aren't you...
Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you?
That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute. Sorry? Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop.
If I could turn back the clock.
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now.
You know, check last time. Get Juror 3 had a different hairstyle. He was definitely a different guy.
I'm free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
Thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind, given our awkward history. Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now. He said that woman in green collapsed before his eyes. It could have only been the victim.
Hold it!
You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him. Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly, that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit. Let's not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman. Well, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. This man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
If that's a lie as you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds?
I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there is nobody else around. Surely the conclusion's obvious. No one else could have possibly could have committed this awful crime.
Ugh.
If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple.
The argument is compelling in simplicity, I must admit.
Oh my, you're too kind, my lord.
I went well for her.
Yeah, let me press this statement. But you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yes, like it drew on the map, you mean? What was it, Calabash Road or something?
Precisely.
But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not.
Well, yes, that's true.
At the moment, there's no proof that shows that he did, is there?
Well, yes, that's true as well.
As I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he?
Well, yes, that's annoyingly true.
Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible.
Well, yes. Why is all this true?
So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road.
I'm supposed to be convincing you here.
I've given it a lot of thought, you know. Just didn't make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash Roadway, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honestly, I would. Reason why Sosuke-san might have taken the longer way home. There's a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. Where room is taken behind? Nope, that's press. What do you got? Whatever's the matter, young man? You're the wife of Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume his room. The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid. The maid, you understand. She's keeping up that charade? 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 Either one. This is gonna be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you've been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean. Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he? Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now. And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this? Oh my goodness me, yes. He's just the sort. What? Spending all this time in the dark and dingy room sporting that unscrupulous mustache. The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm. Nothing more. Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I better be careful inviting this maid to speak. She said enough damning things already. We don't care.
Hold it!
What work do you have to do? Man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, so is my family's. Ah. The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat. Neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. That must be very hard. I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right, and center. You're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk, it is. I could buy a desk from a company where this courthouse got them. They're super sturdy. Yeah, they really are. Those are solid desks. Mahogany. So you're out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just round the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence? That's right, Meerschaum Street it was. Meerschaum Street? On the map, Mr. Naruto, there are only 3 named streets. Jury number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please. What's the point in that? Can't we get this business over with now? Please, sir, it's important. Fine, I'll do it then. Well, on the day it happened, I was digging up Meerschaum Street from dawn till dusk.
Objection!
Yeah. Those 2 statements are clearly at odds with one another. At odds, counsel? Explain yourself. Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. Eh, what? I just want to get this done and dusted. Well, juror number 3. Oh, Nisa? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendants were at home could not have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course. What do you think, sir? Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? Must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way. So the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have. Ah, I suppose that must be right, eh? Juror number 3 said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But, we see now that he had no choice. Yes. Yes. My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may. Yes? I don't think in all good conscience that I could say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we get to the bottom of what really happened. Yay! 1 down, 3 to go. What about you, sir?
Huh? Who? Me? Huh, well. Alright then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Should be filled in, that's what I say.
Fill the hole filler. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful. Well, we managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat. Yes, and it'll prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll ask themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if only, if we could just identify one more clear discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume. We might be able to tip the balance completely. As a person who handles repairs and stuff, never leave a part unfixed. Exactly. That's exactly what we gotta do. Manzix is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Now I'm gonna press on why bourbon books wouldn't be a nice place to visit.
Sorry. Fold it, you say? Fold what?
No. What I said was, hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see? Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
And what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking up books in there all afternoon. It would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see? Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about that time?
Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's more slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may be extremely significant.
Yeah.
Jokes on Van Zeeks, he wasted his entire wine bottle. He has 0 booze left. Unless he can magic something like Drake's, and he probably can. He's probably a wine wizard as well as a vampire.
I'm sorry. Extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now.
You changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, just 2 more to go. Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here. Wish I knew how to do a Susato takedown. Suppose words will have to suffice for now. Yeah. He's wearing a green overcoat. Yeah. A woman in green. Might have been an old man in green. And his eyes are shifting. Yeah. We found it. Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2? Juror number 6?
Ah, whatever do you mean, sir?
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact of which we could be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates on the day of the attack that he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we're all well aware of this. The poor young woman who stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Can we really be sure of that, madam?
Ma, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure your juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my!
Huh. My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing juror number 6. Ah, are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat who the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was this jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today? That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Well, look at that. My goodness me.
Sorry, you need a pee?
And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means that the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home. Oh my! Have hearing aids been invented yet? That old man needs it. I don't think they have been. You idiot old man. If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we'd have boxed this off hours ago. And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What do you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Huh? Is it a crime to slip on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat? Is it?
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You'd like to change your leaning, I presume?
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well...
Yeah, we got our 4. Yeah!
We did it. We summationed the examination. Well, that summation examination is concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes 2, the noes 4. So the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Why are you objecting? I succeeded, you failed.
Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection?
You got another bottle.
Only to crush it in disgust? Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks?
Seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
Huh?
Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth. Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road, as he claims. I believe he said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement of which you had excavated, sir.
That's right. It took me the whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
2pence. Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate figure. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What? And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have had hope of passing anyway. You could just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time.
The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town.
Ah. Oh, Azek, you gotta go have a rest? Yeah, go for it. It's good seeing you, dude. I'm happy you stopped by. I'm happy to see you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll have a good rest of my stream. I'm gonna be wrapping up pretty quick here, I think. Is that true? Is it?
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Crushed in a single sentence.
And old man.
Cold man, you can talk.
You could say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Oh, I can't say as I remember.
You don't remember. How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Ah, it's true. Yeah, the defending lawyer and the counsel and prosecutor will have swords. Just fight.
Order, order. Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself.
My lord.
If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. Ugh. But my hospitality has its limits. They've been reached, I feel. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What? What are you talking about? My lord. Prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand.
Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
Its next witnesses?
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? You've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright, no matter who Van Zeeks brings to stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Sosuke-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. Is this going to be to be continued? Nope. It's going to be a great place for me to stop and go, though, because we're partway through. Alright, folks. This is a really good place to stop. The set of next witnesses. We should be able to get through next stream. I hope to be able to get through and the rest of part 1 and end of part 2. We should be able to wrap up this case next stream, ideally, unless there's a lot to this case. But in the meantime, let's go to our end screen. As always, thank y'all so much for stopping by. Thank you for everyone who joined in during the stream, chatted, lurked, the resubs, everything. Thank y'all so much. Next stream you'll be seeing me on is actually tomorrow. I'll be joining Wazi and Ryura for a Gundam building stream where we're going to be talking about Gundams and just chilling. But, that'll be tomorrow evening. But in the meantime, thank y'all so much for stopping by. It was good seeing you, and I will be seeing you next time.